Hello and welcome back to the Folio Society Reviews. Today I will cover this delightful edition of St. Augustine's City of God, written in the early 5th century AD. St. Augustine of Hippo was a Roman African early Christian theologian and philosopher from Numidia, which is now modern Algeria in northern Africa. He is considered one of the most important, if not the most important, of the church fathers for shaping Western Christianity, and especially for helping with the development of beliefs such as original sin and the theory of just war. However, here we have an edition from the Folio Society, which is now sold out. It is bound in orange bronze cloth with a very elegant design on the front covers. This edition is in 2 volumes named The Refutation and The City. And from voiceover to some live action. It's been a while since I did a proper book review, especially from Folio Society, but let's get into this volume. I should add that the design here is made by Joe McLaren, a very nice high quality cloth. I love the colors as well. And this design is embossed, so you can feel the texture here. And the same here with the spine. But let's check inside the book. First off, we have some sparkling end papers in orange or bronze. And here we have the frontispiece. St. Augustine's City of God. This is part 1, The Refutation, translated by Reverend Marcus Dodds. I believe this is from the late 19th century, so it's a pretty old translation. It's introduced by Archbishop Vincent Nichols and Right Reverend Richard Chartres. And here is the copyright page, and the book is printed on Caxton wallpaper in Germany. And here is the table of contents. And for illustrations in this book, we get illuminations from La Cité de Dieu, which is the city in God in French. And here are the illustrations listed. And as you can see, there are a lot of them. And then we have the introduction by Vincent Nichols, followed by the introduction by Richard Chartres. And then comes the translator's preface, of course, and also structural synopsis. And we also get abbreviations and also an chronology, Everyman's Library style almost. After all that, City of God, part 1, The Refutation. This is volume 1, part 1. And here is the book. So the text size, it has a medium size, very readable. It's Caxton wallpaper, so it's an extra premium paper. Not very far from Abbey wallpaper in quality. It is a very cream colored paper. You can see some bleed through. So it's pretty thick still, but definitely still bleed through on the paper. But it smells amazing, feels very nice. They're quite rough, but the texture looks very clear on the paper. When it comes to the paper for the illustrations, we get a photographic paper that is glossy, and we also get some notes here. And the book itself contains notes as well. Not the most comprehensive notes, but they are still there, which I appreciate. And they sometimes, like here, make references to the Bible. And now let's check out all of these illustrations or illuminations. I was pondering on whether I should show all of them or not, but in true Pontus % fashion, I will show them all. So I hope you will enjoy. And welcome back. You can see that the page number is up in the left corner up here. So this first edition, the Refutation, is 432 pages long, and papers at the back are the same. Now for this second edition, it's pretty much the same concept. We get the copyright page, the contents, the illustrations in this volume, and also the structural synopsis, but no introduction, preface and stuff like that, because that was in book 1, so it's not really needed. But the abbreviations are here at the end, where you get the index for this volume, and the complete edition is 1102 pages long. And papers at the back are of course the same here as well. And then we have the binding, of course. I can't help but feeling that this book would reach another level if it had gilded sides on the pages. It would have been quite something, but still it's a nice, very nice edition. But the spine is rounded, slight rounded, with a golden headband. It's maybe more white gold than gold. And I forgot to mention it earlier, but this book is of course Smith's own. And I believe that with some break-in, this book will open up very nicely. It does open up quite good, from completely new as well, but yeah, nice big book. And it wouldn't be a Folio Society edition without the slipcase. And here we have an illumination from the same City of God edition from the 1500s or so, the manuscript, with this lovely illumination with the St. Augustine and Plotinus teaching and preaching. And on the sides we get the same bronze color as the book itself. It's a very big slipcase with a nice cut here for the two books. And here we have the City of God on the shelf. This is how it looks among other books, and when it's in this slipcase you can see how the slipcase fits the book. It does spring out a bit, similar to other editions here, but it's very nicely cut. And I think it looks quite impressive with the custom design for the Society logo, and the type is also very fitting. I hope you enjoy this presentation of City of God by St. Augustine. I'm not sure how many of you are into Christian theology and writings, Christian writings, but I am certainly very interested in Christian history writings and all of that stuff, as well as medieval times. Really been developing an interest in that age, the medieval period, especially early medieval times. But yeah, my interest in Christianity is something that started in April, I think. Currently reading the Old Testament, so I'm going to go through that, and New Testament, and then I will get into these church fathers and read through them and see how they really shaped and changed Christianity here in the West. And Christianity is of course something that has been very prevalent in Europe and around the world. So it's a topic that I enjoy reading about, and I will enjoy diving into these theological texts in the future. But right now I hope all of you enjoy this review, or at least found it helpful. The book has sold out sadly, so you can your best bet is to get it secondhand, either on eBay or Ardis books, or maybe Abe books as well. And Halloween is coming up, so I might have something special planned for that. I'm sorry for the lack of videos lately. I'm working full time, and the sun is setting very early here in Sweden, so I get home at 5 p.m. almost every day, except on the weekend. So that's the only time I have for filming, and often I'm very tired after a hard week at work. But I will do my best to get videos out at least once a week in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope I will see you all next time. Goodbye.